This video is on sketching quadratic graphs. So I have an equation y equals x squared minus 6x plus 8, and I need to sketch the graph of this. Now I'm going to start by drawing the axes. So I'm going to draw the axes. Now when I'm sketching graphs, I need to show where my graph crosses the axes. So I'm going to try and do that first. Now to find where it's going to cross the y-axis, this is where the x values are 0. So when x is 0, I'll get 0 squared minus 6 times 0. So that's 0 minus 0, which is 0, add 8. So my y value is going to be 8. So I know my y-intercept is going to be 8. So I'll mark that now. And to find where it crosses the x-axis, my y values need to be 0. So when my y value is 0, I need to solve this for x. So let's do that. So when y equals 0, I have 0 is equal to x squared minus 6x plus 8. Now I have a quadratic equation here. Now when I'm solving these, I will look to factorize it. If I can't factorize it, I'll use the quadratic formula. Now this is one that I can factorize, so I'll do that. X minus 4 and x minus 2. Now once I've factorized it, I know either this is 0 or that's 0. So if x minus 4 is 0, so x minus 4 is equal to 0, then that would mean x is equal to 4. And if x minus 2 is equal to 0, then that would mean x is equal to 2. So when I have y is equal to 0, I have x is equal to 4, and I have y is equal to 0, and x is equal to 2. So I can mark these points now. So I'll mark it here and there. Now I have the 3 points where it's going to cross the axes, and I know the shape of a quadratic graph is either going to be a U shape or it's going to be an N shape. Now it's an N shape when the coefficient of x squared is a negative number. Now here I don't have a negative in front of the x squared, so it's going to be a U shape like that. So I'm just going to draw that now. Okay, and there's one other thing that I can find. I need to find the turning point, the coordinates of this turning point. Now to find that, what I can do is I can complete the square here and then use that to help me find the coordinates there. So I'm going to complete the square first and then we go from there. So I have y equals x squared minus 6x plus 8. So if I complete the square, I will have x minus 3 squared, and I need to take away 3 squared plus 8 here, and that gives me x minus 3 squared. Now this minus 3 squared is just minus 9, and then add 8. So minus 9 add 8 is minus 1. And I have y here. Okay, now the coordinates of this point here is going to be the opposite of the minus 3. So it's going to be 3, and then the y value is going to be minus 1. So the coordinates of the turning point are going to be 3 minus 1. So I'll mark that here on my graph. So this point here is 3 minus 1. Okay, so what we've done is we found the y-intercept, which was here. That's when x is equal to 0. We found where the graph crosses the x-axis. This is when y is equal to 0, and then we solved it. And to find this turning point here, we complete the square, and then we use the opposite of this as our x value, and whatever we have outside as our y value. So the turning point is 3 minus 1. Now here are some questions for you to try. So I'd like you to sketch the graphs of these, and then you must show where the graph crosses the axes and the coordinates of the turning point. And here in question 2, you have to write the equation of the quadratic graph that passes through the points minus 2, 0 and 3, 0. And also you have to state the coordinates of the turning point and also state the coordinates of the y-intercept. So do that and then bring that to the lesson.